In this video, we will introduce Daemon threads within the Java programming language. There are two types of threads in the Java system, Daemon threads and user threads. The implication of these names is that Daemon threads are those threads created internally by the Java API, and that user threads are those you create yourself, but this is not the case. Any thread can be a Daemon thread or a user thread. All threads are created initially as user threads. Some threads that are created by the virtual machine on your behalf are Daemon threads. A Daemon thread is identical to a user thread in almost every way. It has a priority, has the same methods, and it goes through the same states. In the terms of scheduling, Daemon threads are handled just like user threads. Neither type of thread is scheduled in favor of the other. During the execution of your program, a Daemon thread behaves just like a user thread. The only time the Java virtual machine checks to see if particular threads are Daemon threads is after a user thread has exited. When a user thread exits, the Java virtual machine checks to see if there are any remaining user threads left. Let's look at an example of this. Here we have a class, demo, which extends object and implements runnable. We override the runnable method. We log to our console our different states, entering run method, in run current thread. We get the current thread. We enter into a loop that's true, and we put our thread asleep until it's interrupted. We also print out that we're woke up again, and finally when we're leaving run. Now let's look at our main method. We instantiate the demo class, call it Daemon thread. We output to our console that we're entering main. We also instantiate a thread and we pass in our Daemon thread. We call the setDaemon to true. The difference here is calling the method setDaemon. This method marks this thread as either a Daemon thread, true, or a user thread, false. The Java virtual machine exits when only threads running are all Daemon threads. This method must be called before the thread is started. Then we start our thread. We put our thread asleep for some time, and we wait for an interruption exception. And we print to the console that we're leaving main. Let's run our program and see this behavior on the console. And let's look at the order of execution. Right-click on the source, run as Java application. We can see here that it entered main first, then it entered run. We were in the run method for some time, and finally we exited completely the main method. This concludes our discussion of Daemon threads in Java.